Hello, and welcome to another edition of Cooking with Dad. Today we are going to make real simple spaghetti sauce with Italian sausage and meatballs. This is really a super simple meal, and if you don't like pasta and tomato sauce, that's not a big deal because Johnny, you told me you do like meatball sandwiches, sausage sandwiches. Anyway, this is the best way to go, and it's super simple. The first thing you do is you see these cans right here. You buy, this recipe calls for 2 of those cans, and it's crushed peeled tomatoes and tomato puree. Always buy tomatoes puree. Basically what I do first, you see the onion and then some garlic. I'm going to chop up maybe an onion that size, maybe a third of that onion, and about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. Chop them all up. I'm going to put them in this pan right here. Okay? I'm going to add a little bit of this oil, and the reason I'm showing you this because this is the kind of brands I want you to buy. This olive oil, they literally had it on sale for $4.99, and it's extra virgin olive oil. It's really good. Anyway, so just add your onion and your garlic and some oil in there. Just add enough oil to get it frying up. You don't want too much, just enough so it'll fry. And instead of you going out buying a bunch of oregano and seasonings, which it's for you it's just not worth the hassle, here's what you do. You see these seasoned breadcrumbs? They're already seasoned. It already has all that stuff. So when you're frying up the onion and garlic, why don't you go ahead and throw a couple tablespoons of these breadcrumbs in there and just fry it up, and then just do it to taste. If you think it needs a little bit more breadcrumbs, throw it in there once you get the spicy taste. Anyway, when the onions and garlic are cooked down to where they're about al dente and just starting to brown, go ahead and pour in your tomato puree. But before you do that, let's backtrack. You got the onions and garlic, and then what I want you to do is, you said you like these, this is a good brand to get, and it's fairly, and they have hot and mild, this Italian sausage. Basically what I do is you take them right out of the freezer, throw them on a cutting board, take the knife and prick each one of them on all sides, put a bunch of holes in there, and literally stick them in the pan when you first do it with the onions and garlic, just so you could brown the outside of it, and turn them a couple times. Then when that is completed, that's when you pour the sauce in, and just pour the sauce in and bring it, you don't want to bring it to a boil. On here you don't ever even turn it past 5. And once you see the sauce start bubbling, immediately turn it down to between 1.5 and 2 and just let it cook. With this sauce, the longer you cook, the better. And basically when you're done, you're not going to be able to eat it all, and they sell these containers dirt cheap. Those plastic containers dirt cheap at Smart and Final. And here what you see is, remember, if you look at the other video, I made meatballs a couple of weeks back. Well, anyway, I put basically, you know, 1 in each packet, and this is full of meatballs. But I need a little bit more sauce, so what I'm going to do is, once I'm going to cook this for a while, get this going, and then maybe in a couple hours, because this is just all meatballs, I'm going to dump them in there, and then I'm going to have plenty of sandwich material, Italian sausage and meatballs. And then let's go into the well, I can't, it's too far back. I got myself some mozzarella cheese, and basically, and then I got some of these buns right here, and basically you can they make great Italian sausage sandwiches. I actually bought some grated mozzarella cheese because it was on sale. You could buy the whole thing or the grated, but they had some on sale, Kraft mozzarella, that was like half price, so I grabbed a couple bags. And always look at the code date, and then you stick it way back in the back of the refrigerator. That's why I'm not opening up, because it's buried back there. Anyway, also another thing you could do is, you see I have a thing of hamburger. I just brought this out for you to see it. And basically this is frozen as a rock, and basically it's about twice as long as that. when I made meatballs the first time, I just took a knife and cut what I thought I was going to use, and then I froze the rest. Just buy the cheapest hamburger you could get there in one of these, and you could just slice off what you need and use the rubber band and plastic and keep it in the freezer. And to make meatballs, you could either go back to my meatball video. There's a recipe there for meatballs, and it's simple as heck. It's time consuming and a little bit messy, but if you like meatball sandwiches, trust me, it's worth it. And in the freezer, when I made those meatballs, I got about 6 or 7 of these babies for future. Anyway, that's it, and I'll make a video on the finished product later today, and hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.